USA, the Florida International Panthers, taking on the winners of 8 straight, the New Mexico State Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. New Mexico State will kick it off and we'll be underway. Fielded in the end zone, it's Williams. Sometimes you just have to take the touchback. They get him down at the 4-yard line. So the FIU Panthers offense takes the field to start this game off. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week, and watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick, the ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day, and I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Give to the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Right back to the well. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19. FIU pushing tempo. To the air, it's Hurley. Takes a hit as he fires. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. FIU will line up to punt. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. So New Mexico State's offense will go to work for the first time. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, that's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others, that they got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
And the Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. The play action fake. Throws to the tight end. Got his man downfield. And he ran away from the crowd and he'll take it in. Touchdown, New Mexico State.
It's so nice as a quarterback, and it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after a catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He's a generational talent who's really helping out this offense.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. Fielded in the end zone, it's Williams. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line.
Shut him down, defense.
Rides the back and leaves it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Trying to impose their will with the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. FIU will line up to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Back to pass, it's Fox. Looking to the big tight end. Grabbed in the middle, it's Furman. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Lost to throw on first down. Going for 6. And the incomplete pass will wrap up the first quarter. That's it for the period. Break coming, and New Mexico State has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Motion from the back. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. It's complete to the right. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Stay just a moment to talk about New Mexico State. They climbed into the top 25. Nothing has been given to these guys, but they're quickly becoming a problem for everybody else.
Well, they are, and they earned that number beside their name. They've played really, really well. The question is now, can you keep it, David? How many times in the past have we seen a team outside the top 25 finally get ranked and then get blown out in the very next one?
And there's not a lot of difference between 25 and 45. A lot of times, so many people close together. So earn that ranking and try to keep climbing.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's second and goal from the 5. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line. They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at third and goal. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. You can't afford to squander these opportunities once you get into the red zone. Twice they've been denied. Here's third and goal. Here comes the heat. Touchdown, New Mexico State. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing it because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Wake Forest is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Army. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's second and 11. Dropping back, it's Hurley. Fires to the middle. Got him downfield. All kinds of room to the right. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. Looking to throw on first down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Wants to go up top. Got got it in the middle. It's Williams. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the first down marker. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Strong pass rush. Gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. And this is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success because right now, they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
FIU will line up to punt. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. He'll throw it. Got a man. It's Dickey.
I love quarterbacks that are decisive and that put the mustard on the passes. When you need to put the ball on a line in a hurry with some extra hot sauce, you have to do a good job by the quarterback understanding zone and hitting that curl.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like it's been a terrific scene there today in Las Cruces. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Aggie Memorial Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. FIU has it on a tee, about ready to go here in the third quarter. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. To the air, it's Fox. Lost one deep down the right side. What a catch and what a throw along the sideline. Just sings it in there. A little Baryshnikov for the toe tap.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, trying to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. They say it's still a game of field possession, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Quickly to the flat wide receiver screen. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. They'll run it from the gun. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
Trying to tack on one more. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Leaves it with the running back. Punches ahead, they'll give him a yard to the 13. FIU push pushing tempo.
I think the offensive coordinators over there going, thank goodness we don't play them every week. This defense has been suffocating. This offense got to find something moving forward that they can hang their hat on, some kind of identity. Today they were shut down, but listen, there's a game next week, right? I got to continue to find what it is that makes this team go, that makes them tick, that makes them get first downs and hopefully move the football.
Back to throw, it's Hurley. Grab near the marker, it's Williams. Spins away from one. Oh, he's got some space. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. To the air on first down. Makes the grab, it's Williams. Finds a crease at the 20. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida International. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession backward. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Wants to go up top on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
He's not going to make it to the sticks, and what a stop against one of the best third down offenses in the country. New Mexico State trying to retain possession on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Blasted as he lets it go. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes. Looking downfield, it's Hurley. Strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. And the Panthers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He lobs one high down the left side. Hits him inside the 20, still going. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
Kick it to 22. Do not kick it to 22.
And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. He'll set up to throw. Pocket breaking down. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't.
And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he's going to try to return this one. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. The inside handoff. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
Yeah, keep them guessing, oh. Let's get some yards, boys. Let's go. Play here, big play. Let's make something happen.
The give to the back. He'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage, and time has expired here in the third. That's it for this period. New Mexico State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Gets the back moving. Looking for a man. It's Fox. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Man, and that's just making it way too easy on the defense. They're laughing at that short throw. They're like, really? Okay, we'll just make an easy tackle and jog our punt return team out on the field. We're going to make it that easy for us.
He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. Let's see if this offense comes out slinging from the first play of the drive down late. Looking to throw on first down. Looking down the middle. A strike downfield. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position.
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, FIU.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Extra point here will tie the game. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the fourth. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Wake Forest is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today.
Looking downfield on first down.
It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by...
Brings it down on the right side to the 43-yard line, and a first down for this offense.
Man, on the defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
They send the tight end in motion. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole.
And man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Looking for a man. It's Fox. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he's got it inside the 10. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. Extra grab. Touchdown, Aggies. And they've moved out front here on the court.
Man, and just what the doctor ordered. You needed a big play to go out there and try to take the lead, and you find your receiver out wide. He runs by the DB. Nice throw, nice catch. You got the lead.
Getting set for the point after. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. On the shovel. Turning it on. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away. They've got to push the ball down the field. Scanning the field, it's Hurley. Here's a throw downfield late. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And this defense knows exactly the spot they're in, man. They are up. They've got their more defensive backs on the field. They're dropping back. You can tell they are taking away the deep ball. Nice job understanding situation, understanding clock, and what the offense is trying to do.
Great job of timing the blitz and calling it at a perfect moment when the offense was going to drop back and throw. They're able to get to him, hit him. They don't get the sack, but they do affect his accuracy and pulls out the play.
Trailing by a touchdown, this 4th down opportunity is gargantuan. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big and they take over. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. Under a minute to go. Just take a knee here and avoid the potential for disaster.
And we've seen it, Reese, very recently in schools that might be in the Sunshine State that decided to run the football and run plays, and it's come back to bite them. So there's nothing wrong, Jesse, with being conservative, taking a knee, taking the victory.
I think Miami and Georgia Tech are heeding your advice very, very carefully based on what we've seen in the most recent years. Don't have to overthink this thing. Victory formation, leave the stadium with a W.
It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team. Staying focused, understanding it's a close battle. Win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.